the meatloaf into the crock pot. I have my bag for the crock pot. I'm going to take the crock pot out of the sink and put it into the base. Put the base right in. Make sure it's set to low. This is the bag. You find them in the small appliances section by the crock pots. It really does make for less cleanup, and the food cooks just as good with or without it. The tops of the celery, go ahead and cut. You're going to cut about 1/4 inch, nothing too thick, so it will cook thoroughly. My husband loves celery, so I add it often. Listen to how fresh that sounds still. Add in the celery. Just like that. And before we go any further, we're going to add in the sauce. 15 ounces, a half a can. The other half is going to go into the meatloaf mixture. And give it a quick mince. Dina mentioned the Pioneer Woman knives. I'm going to have to look into those because I think I want them. Dina watches every single day. Thank you, Dina. Set the onion aside. Now that onion we just minced doesn't have to be completely perfect. I'm going to put part of it into the bottom of the pot. And the rest is going to go inside the meat mixture. I always start by adding in the spices. Go ahead and add in 3 of the garlic. Just eyeball it. 3 of the black pepper. Nothing says fresh like the crunch of a pepper mill. This is how my grandma made their meatloaf. Put the rest of those onions in. I flatten my beef and I store it in the freezer. It saves so much space. You dump it right in. I'm going to eyeball about a cup of breadcrumbs. This is the Price Dropper store brand. Price Dropper is my local store. Not seen when I showed you everything because it's a cold item. About a tablespoon of ketchup. It's been very hot. And 2 eggs. Let's mix this a little bit first. Get your hands right in there. I always keep one on the side of the bowl so you don't lose it. Add a little more breadcrumbs if you feel it's still a little too wet. Breadcrumbs work so well with these kinds of dishes, and it really sticks your meat together, especially in the crock pot. tablespoon of the spaghetti sauce. And the rest is going to go on top of the meatloaf once we form the loaf and put it into the crock pot. We are going to take the meat out of the bowl. Put it into the crock pot. Make sure you get all of it. And then we're going to form the meat into a loaf. Use my hands. We are getting things done today. It is Friday Eve. The first day of July. My game, June's Journey, had a brand new seasonal set, not a single repeat, so that made my morning. I went ahead and bought a ton of it to open up more chapters. And here's what my meatloaf looks like. Yay, look how awesome it looks. Wow. Look how perfect the meatloaf looks. Here's what my meatloaf dinner looks like with the broccoli and the butter pouring out of the baked potato. Yum.